Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. Today, as you might be able to tell by the title, we have yet another base game build. I have been doing this quite a lot, doing a lot of base game only builds. Since the game now is free for everyone, there should be plenty of it. I do try, however, to make them into different styles, or every house needs to have a little bit of something in it that makes it a little bit different. This one here, it is a very large house, as you might be able to tell. The upstairs is quite okay, it's not that large, but the downstairs, it almost occupies the entirety of the lot, and this lot is a 30 by 40, so it's not a small lot, but there's a lot of rooms and a lot of things that were necessary. Now, I cannot overstate the challenge that it is, or understate this challenge that it is, to furnish a house using only base game. When it comes to sitting rooms and stuff like that, you end up repeating a lot of things, especially in my case, art. The corridors are pretty empty, just because I cannot use the same picture like 20 times in the same house and make it make sense. So there's a lot of empty walls on the corridors. But if your Sims like to paint and you only have base game, then get your Sims painting, create some art and display it on there. You can also go into the gallery and just type in artwork. There's a lot of creators that make beautiful artwork that is absolutely base game, and you can download it and add it to your game. So there's a little tip there for you. Now, this house has a lot of entertaining areas. I wanted to put a little bit of everything in here. Of course, the main seller of the house is the indoor pool. Now, I think that indoor pools are fancier than outdoor pools. They just have something about them that is quite fancy. So this house does have that. So it is a very large room with a quite large swimming pool in there. I put a few columns. It looks a little bit like a Greek, bath kind of a room, but I actually really like it. And it has a little sunroom so that you get some natural lighting into there as well. And in there you just have a few little lounge chairs, and it has its own shower room as well, so that you don't have to walk across the whole house for a shower after you go into the pool. Downstairs as well, we have, of course, the normal rooms. We have kitchens and all that stuff, and sitting rooms. In this case, we have two. We have one more formal one and one more informal one. You can always sort of tell in my houses which ones I consider not the main ones, so the informal ones. So it has the bad television. It is a little bit less updated, so it's not as pretty. I'm sorry if you just heard my notification. This is actually the third time that I've been doing this voiceover. I keep getting phone calls or someone ringing on my doorbell. So that is quite annoying. Downstairs as well, we have those two sitting rooms. Then we have a garage. If you are new to The Sims, garages, they're useless in The Sims. Sims cannot drive cars. It's not like The Sims 3, where we would have cars that would be usable objects. They're just there to look pretty and add extra stuff, extra area to the house. And usually that's where we put the ugly items. So there's a few items in The Sims that are too ugly to go into the main house. That's why we have a garage. So in this particular one, we do have a little gaming mat. We have a woodworking table and an easel. If you have any extra packs and extra skill building items that you need, there's plenty of space in there still. Attached to the garage, we have a little laundry room. That whole room is absolutely obsolete because it doesn't even offer any storage. because we don't have laundry in base game. We do have the laundry pack, so if you have that pack, you can add your washer and drying in there. Since I don't have the option to do that because it's base game only, I made it look like one. So it does have a lot of counters. It has a few little laundry baskets that have like folded laundry inside, and the base game like not the laundry basket where you put your dirty laundry. I just made it look like it. Okay, it doesn't do anything for the house, but to look pretty. There's a lot of bathrooms downstairs, so I'm not going to even mention that. There is a separate dining room that has a little bar area. We have a gym and a playroom downstairs as well. I think that covers the downstairs. I think so, yeah. The outside we have a small little garden. Usually my gardens are quite large. This one is not. We do have everything you need. Since the pool is inside, outside we only have the things that I usually put in. You have a little hot tub, you have some lounge chairs, a dining area, and of course a grill. So you do have some outdoor space as well. Then upstairs is where all the magic happens. No, that's that's not it. Upstairs is where we have all of the bedrooms. Of course, we have 6 bedrooms in total. So we have 4 double bedrooms and 2 singles. The singles are children's bedrooms. One of them is for a single child. They have like a loft bed, which is like the bunk bed, but instead of another bed on the bottom, I put a desk in there. And then we have a toddler's bedroom, and this whole house is toddler approved. So we have the bed, the potty, and the high chair. So everything in there checks out. All of those 4 bedrooms, I believe, have their own bathrooms. This house has impressive 8 bathrooms. So I do believe each room does have its own bathroom. And then we come to the top. So the loft area, we have what I would consider to be the master bedroom, which has its own quite large bathroom actually. And we have a office area, and we have a little landing where I just put in a games table, just because I needed to feel it. Okay, I needed to put something there, and I just put in a little games table. The loft area is actually quite pretty. I do like building lofts in The Sims. I think they look nice. They add a lot of detail to a house. Anyways, so talking about tomorrow's video, I don't know if you have been noticing the pattern, and I don't want to jinx myself, because every time I set up a schedule to upload videos, something always ends up derailing it. But I have been trying to upload every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So there will be a video out tomorrow. I am torn between 2 builds that I really want to do. I am not quite sure if I will have enough time to do it. If I don't, I will put up a quick tutorial. I have been trying to start up with that again. I had a previous, like a few years ago, I done a series on my channels called The Basics of Building, where I would teach like very basic tutorials. But nowadays we have a lot more building tools that are a little bit more tricky, such as the terrain editing, for example. The terrain tools, they can be quite fussy sometimes. So I do have a lot of tips in that area. I know that sometimes speed builds, they are quite fast, especially long videos like this. They just go by so fast you can't even see what I'm doing. So I'm going to try and create that. But the 2 houses that I am building or thinking of building, for sure I will do them. I just don't know at what point. One of them is the Watcher house. I have done that before. I have the Watcher house. I'm just start at the beginning, is a house in America where a family moved in and they started receiving quite ominous letters and like getting harassed basically and threatened, and it ended up that they had to move out. There was quite a lot of drama surrounded the whole house. The house itself is absolutely stunning. I built that house. I went onto Google Maps and I went onto Street View. I saw the whole road. It was just absolutely stunning, and I recreated that house. Now, on Netflix right now, there is a new TV show based on the house called The Watcher. It is dramatized, so it has elements of the real story, but of course it has a lot of things that never happened, just to create a story. But the house is completely different. It's in the same genre of house, I would say. It's very like Cape Cod styled, but it is a completely different house. But I loved that house. I really liked it. It is perfect to build using cats and dogs because it has all of those same elements. And I just kept looking at it and thinking it would be so easy to recreate it and make it look nice. So I am thinking to build that one. And the other one is, if you don't know, in my spare time, I like to write. I am currently working on my third book, but my first book was a short story, just a little ebook that is on Amazon. It is free, by the way, if you have Amazon Unlimited. If you're interested, let me know in the comments and I'll let you know how to get it. It is free if you have that, if you pay for it. But in that story that I wrote, the house is very specific, and I know in my head exactly how the house looks like, the layout, the color schemes, everything, because the house plays a very important role in my book. So I am very torn between the house and the Watcher on which one I should build first, because they are both quite big projects. One, I would say the Watcher house would be a bigger project because I'm not getting it out of my head. I have to rewatch scenes and try get it as accurate as possible. So if I do not have enough time, tomorrow's video will be a tutorial, or I will just whip up a very quick build until then. Thank you everyone for wishing me well when I was sick. I am now completely cured of the flu. It was a rough few days. I don't know if any of you, I'm sure many of you are parents and you would sympathize with the fact of having to take care of kids when you are sick. My kids, they are older, but I still need to cook and get their uniforms sorted out and take them to school and do all of those things. And it was not fun at all. And I slept through many hours so that I could be completely healed. And it's so true that you only appreciate feeling normal when you are sick. And not having any headaches or stuff like that. I usually never get headaches, only when I'm extremely ill, so that was not fun. So thank you for wishing me well. It worked. Here I am well again. I hope you enjoyed this build, and if you do download it, I hope you enjoy living here. This house only has one staircase, so it will take you quite a lot. If your bedroom is upstairs, it will take you quite a lot of time to walk downstairs. But have fun. You have everything you need in this house. Here are the screenshots. This house is very photogenic, as you can see. And I would recommend you to place it in this lot. This is like the fancier lot in Willow Creek. So the 40 by 30, not the 50 by 50. However, you can put it on a 50 by 50 and landscape it. Give it a really nice big garden. That would look nice as well. Anyways, if you want to download this or any other of my builds, then you can of course follow me on the gallery using hashtag SimsDesigns or hashtag SimsDesignsYT. Do follow me on there as well, because there's a lot of houses that are just gallery exclusives that don't come onto YouTube. So if you want access to those, then you should follow me on there. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you tomorrow for the mystery video. Bye guys.